All right, a busy weather day here on a Sunday. We've got more rain to deal with as it's been a wet and windy and warm day for us here. The big dynamic system still taking shape, and it is continuing to push into the region here, and we've got some more rain to deal with as we progress into our Sunday evening. And now the rainfall we had through about lunchtime or so is starting to move offshore, but we're left with the clouds and the breeze to keep things rather warm. I want to point out a lack of rainfall that's out towards the south and west of most of the region. This is going to be something we'll look out for because there could be some stronger thunderstorms that develop in this zone. That area isn't necessarily worked over, so to speak. But the heaviest of precipitation as we go is still off towards the west, still off towards Emporia, the I-95 corridor here. There's some stronger thunderstorms embedded out this way towards South Boston that are trying to get going a little bit as well. So all of this is going to stream into northern parts of the region as we progress into our Sunday evening, and then once that cold front blasts into the region, we're all likely going to get soaked here, and we actually are all totally going to get soaked here as this rain comes blasting in. Tornado watch is issued through tonight at 8 o'clock, goes up till about the 8 p.m. hour. This is just mean all the ingredients are in place for some of these thunderstorms to quickly have some rotation, so we could still be under the threat of a brief tornado here or there. Make sure you've got a way to get weather alerts. Make sure you've got the Wavy Weather app. Follow us over on social media. We'll be on air all afternoon and evening as conditions warrant. But all of us really dealing with the strong winds and the heavy rain. That tornadic threat really only going to be isolated. We can only maybe see one or two of them, but still it's a threat nonetheless. So it's not zero. So we just got to keep our guard up here as we head into our Sunday night. So here it is as we go through the next, let's say, 2 to 3 hours, approaching 6 o'clock. Notice how some of the heavy rain starts to fill in. Some thunderstorms thrown in here. We can potentially have some damaging wind associated with this rain into about 8 o'clock or so. We keep the rain around the region. 11 p.m., still raining. Now comes that cold front. The wind is still out of the south, but it's quickly going to flip out of the north once we pass that midnight hour, and some cold air comes crashing in on the backside of the system with that front. So we're going from near 70 degrees this afternoon with some thunderstorms and downpours to some cold air crashing in, and maybe even some snow mixing in, some wet snowflakes mixing in. That, not out of the question. Not likely, but just kind of goes to show how dynamic and interesting the system really is. Temperatures are going to hold in the 60s for the rest of our evening, and then once we pass that midnight hour, those temperatures crash in big time because we're going to have that stormy night and that big wind shift as the front passes through. So what to expect? Stormy night. Again, damaging wind gusts are going to be possible pretty much from now up until about midnight or so. So just have a way to get weather alerts and pay attention to the weather as we go through the rest of our night. Big temperature crash as we go into tomorrow morning. We're waking up in the 30s for most of the region, but it does come with a lot of sunshine as we progress through the rest of the week. So once we get through this busy day and busy night, we have some quiet weather to follow. One of the main reasons we're seeing that big temperature crash, the winds will still be windy or gusty into the night when this front pushes in. So we're now talking about winds gusting to 35, 40, pretty much for the entirety of the region. And then if there are any of those stronger thunderstorms that develop, they could have wind gusts to maybe 60 plus miles an hour. So keeping the threat of damaging wind gusts alive into tonight. Temperatures around 11 p.m. are going to be in the mid 60s as we showed you. And then by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, we're waking up in the 30s and 40s. Tomorrow afternoon, highs are only going to be in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. As the front kicks out, we're going to have that high pressure settle in, and it does give us a quieter stretch of weather moving forward this work week. And a lot more sunshine, just a little on the chillier side. So the stormy night tonight with the wind, again, just lay low, pay attention to what's going on. If you've got to be out and about, please be careful. And then into tomorrow, we'll get rid of the clouds pretty quickly in the morning. We'll still have a brisk breeze, especially in the morning hours, but we welcome back some sunshine. And rest of the week, looking pretty good, just a little bit on the chilly side in those mornings. Temperatures in the 30s, highs struggling to reach 50 degrees almost each and every day.